And who are you, sir? I didn't get your name. What's your name, sir?
I can't give you information.
What's the problem?
It's just not right.
Who are you, sir?
I need to show you something. The paper.
What's your name? You're with Homeland Intelligence.
Okay, if you not come, I want to see you the
Sir,
paper.
I don't know who you are.
If you are
Can you
the
just
security here.
de-escalate a little
I'm
bit?
Officer McDonough. This is all the other officers.
If she wanted you guys to trespass me because they had a policy that says you can't have a red shirt in this building or this office, would you guys enforce that policy?
I mean, as long as it's not a violation of the Constitution.
Our policies say you can't be filming in here, so I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Well, the policy doesn't supersede the First Amendment, freedom of press under the Constitution. Get out of my personal space.
You cannot be recording.
If you touch me, I'm going to change the way you brush your teeth. You understand me? You hear that, right?
I understand.
If I can see it in public, that's not against the law. Learn the law.
I'm pretty smarter than you.
Learn the law.
Do you have a degree? I'm smarter than you. Don't talk to me like that. That's funny.
Acting like such a child.
Yeah.
Such a
You're
child.
a child, man.
See what you started? Hey, don't touch my stuff. I told you what I do if you touch my stuff. Do not touch me or my stuff. Told you what I'll do.
Since you threatened to punch him in his face and rearrange his teeth, that's a threat because you obviously had the capability to do it.
What law is
and
that?
you were there.
What law did I? What law
Assault.
is that? That's not assault. To say what you're going to do if somebody touches you?
Do you want him out of here like right now?
Yes.
Do you have a
I wanted him on an hour ago. But here, what you got to understand is, he came to me and said, I have an obligation to give him information. I do not.
No, you're not giving him. You're forwarding the request to whoever needs to. And
I'm
they
not
can email.
doing that.
Are you a county employee?
I am.
Okay.
Welcome back, Liberty Trollers. I'm outside of the Orange County Tax Collector's Office here in downtown Orlando, Florida. I was here about a year ago, more or less, well, more than a year, and I've actually had two different encounters, separate encounters with regarding this specific agency manager, Christine Lane. The first time was in a private building. They were leasing temporarily as they were getting this location, which is their main location, renovated. And so she had called local law enforcement who made the mistake of trespassing me unlawfully. So when they got back into this location behind me, which I was here last time I had my visit here at this building here, Christine Lane felt entitled to call the police again, thinking that she was going to trespass me a second time, but it backfired, and law enforcement said no, he has a lawful right to be here and to record. So they respected, or they upheld my rights. And so Christine was extremely butthurt about it. I tried to get her to submit my public records request, and she was doubling down, and she adamantly refused, even in front of law enforcement multiple times, which is a crime. And by the way, I'm in the process of holding Christine accountable, but I figured while I'm in the area, might as well just stop in again and see if they give me any issues with recording in public. And I'm also going to put a public records request in because Orange County tax collectors filed a motion called an amicus curiae, which is bizarre. And basically what that is they're trying to, and they're inserting themselves somehow into my appeal case out of Polk County. So I have a Polk County, Florida case, an appeal, and they inserted themselves in the appellate process through this motion, which was approved. And so, I mean, we can all guess it's not to help me out. It's not going to be good for me. So they're essentially trying to help sway the judge in favor of the government. So I want to get down to the bottom of this and just get as much information as I can about this amicus curiae as possible. So I'll be hopefully getting to submit a public records request here, which I was not able to do last time because she dug in her heels and refused to abide by the state law. And the officers, unfortunately, refused to arrest her or even cite her. They just directed me to the state attorney's office or county attorney, one of the two. And I spoke to them, and they said that there's a few steps I need to do before they can start the investigation. So we're here for the appeal, my appeal case about the amicus motion that was filed and approved in my appeal. So let's head on aside and see if we can conduct business peacefully without any further interruptions. course, they have no problem recording us. How you doing?
All right, go ahead.
5, 4, 5, 8 at window number 8. 5, 4, 5.
Here yesterday, but I didn't bring the car, and they told me that I should have brought the car, so now.
We do have a QR code on here. She need a camera to access. Yeah, this is unconstitutional. You guys can pause the screen and read it if you want. Saying that I have to have consent of everyone to record is ridiculous.
Three, 7, 2, 3 at window number 16.
So we're here to get a public records request. I don't see anything on here about that, so excuse me. Quick question. Is Christine Lane here? She's not here. Can somebody come take down my public records request, please? Huh? She'll help me over here?
Help desk.
Help desk? Thank you.
Good day. Anybody else?
Hi. Is Christine Lane here? I need to submit a public records request through her.
No, she's not here any longer.
Oh, she's not? Is she at a different location or?
She's not here here at this
Oh, does she work for Orange County Tax Collectors?
Not sure.
Could I get somebody to help me with the public records request then?
A public record?
You just submit one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get the
You got
to
it,
pick
yeah.
up my ID.
So, Christy Lane, the previous agency manager, she's no longer here. It's interesting. I don't know if she was fired because of us or she just relocated to a different location. All right, let's read this because it's absolutely ridiculous. It says recording video and or sound within an Orange County tax collector's office without the consent of all persons whose voice or image is being recorded. This prohibition shall not apply to any law enforcement activities because they're sovereign citizens, apparently, in addition to being a violation of this policy, again, policy, not law, and procedure. If anyone who is observed to be recording video and or sound within an Orange County tax collector's office without the consent of all persons whose voice or image is being recorded, and such person refuses to cease activity after being advised that such activity is prohibited under this policy and procedure, then such refusal shall be considered a disruption to the work of the OCTC office, a non-public forum. See, that's where they're wrong. This is not a non-public forum. This is a limited public forum. So they have time, place, manner restrictions, and I am good on that. It says, therefore, such persons shall not be deemed, or shall be deemed, to no longer be present within the OCTC office on legitimate business, public business. Wow. The OCTC office manager or their designee are hereby authorized on behalf of the OCTC to request any person who refuses to cease the unconsented video and or sound recording to immediately leave the office. Any person who refuses to cease the unconsented video and or sound recording and refuses to immediately leave following the request of this office manager or their designee shall be considered as a trespasser. Law enforcement, at its option, at the request. Good, how are you? Are you the new agency manager? Oh, I'm Zach. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Much more pleasant than the last one. So wanted to put in a public records request. It's kind of extensive. You might need a couple notes. But I'll give you my email first of all. That's where it's going to be sent to. It's going to be Liberty, Liberty, Troll, TROLL, dot LLC at Gmail. My name is Zach, first name Zach, and this public records, or H, A-R-Y, Z-A-C-H-A-R-Y, Zachary. So this has to do with specifically Orange County Tax Collector's Office. I'm going to ask for all responsive records regarding my company, which is Liberty Troll, and myself. My name is Zachary, last name R. Yep. Between Orange County and all other agencies, specifically with the tax collectors. And this is pertaining to, again, anything to do with myself or my company with regards to an amicus curiae motion, which is spelled A-M-I-C-U-S. Curiae is C-U-R-I-A-E. That OCTC filed and had approved by Polk County, which is where my appeal case is in. Anyway, I'm looking for also all responsive records regarding Orange County tax assessors relating to my Polk County appeal case. And they'll be able to find it by my name.
Okay. Just so you know, we have no affiliation, no connection with Polk County. Okay.
Yeah, that's why this is bizarre, isn't it? Like, okay, so it's in Polk County, but here's the thing. So this isn't part of the request, but so Orange County, I think it's Orange County tax collectors, they reached out to Polk County or vice versa, and they filed this motion which got approved for them to insert themselves into my appeal in Polk County, which is bizarre. That's like a very rare, unusual thing. And so I'm trying to figure out why that is. Anyway.
Okay. Tax assessors.
Do you know who Benjamin Eisman is, the attorney?
I do not.
Also want any sort of responsive records between Benjamin Eisman. His last name is spelled, I believe, I-S-E-M-A-N. He's the attorney that OCTC uses apparently for like responding to public records requests and stuff, and any responsive records to do with me or my company, with you guys or this branch or OCTC in general.
You got it.
And I already gave you my email stuff,
You
right?
did. Let me
Okay.
just confirm it. libertytroll.llc@gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am. Also wanted to get Christine Lane's date of hire, dates of employment. Is she still working for OCTC?
I can't answer that.
Okay, it's public record, but I'll just, if you can put that on there then.
Christine Lane's date of hire.
And fire date, termination date, and her disciplinary record as well, and her salary. I know her title was agency manager, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me if she relocated?
I can't tell.
You can't? You sure?
I am.
You actually can tell me. It's public.
I'll let my, I guess.
So the last step to this would be basically you would just make a you can either sign it or stamp it, whichever you prefer. I don't care, and then make a copy of that with the signature or stamp on there, and then give me the copy. That'll be my receipts.
Of what I wrote down.
Correct. Yeah, just like that. It's nothing too formal. You just sign it, stamp it, whatever's easier, and then I'll take the copies of receipt. That's it.
Give me a few minutes.
What was your name again?
Monica.
Monica. Nice to meet you. Thank you. No worries.
Wait, the handwriting is awful, so we went ahead and rewrote it.
I figured that's what you were doing.
Copy or original?
Copy.
So here's the copy. Now we do have a director of communications. His name is named Joe.
Okay.
He gave us his email as well as his phone number so that you can be in contact with him.
Who is he?
He's our director of communications. So any kind of records request that you'll
Okay.
need, we're gonna submit this. I'm gonna submit this to his email.
Okay.
But also for future references or requests, you can go directly through him.
Okay. And I had one other thing to conclude my business here. I was going to do it with Christine, but she's no longer the agent. Since you are, right? You're the agency manager. I want to show you something real quick over here. I'll stand on this side. All right. So This right here, it's misleading because it's saying that we have to get permission from everyone in the office in order to record, but that's a tall task. I mean, nobody does that. It's ridiculous. And plus, there's no expectation of privacy in public. And then down here, it assumes that this is a, a non-public forum. But it's actually, this is a limited public forum. So you have time, place, manner restrictions. Okay, so as long as you're good there, that doesn't matter if you're recording or not. And by the way, recording is not, it says, hold on, it says, it'll be considered, therefore, disruption to the work of the OCTC office if you don't stop recording when asked, but this cannot be considered a disruption because there's already case law on it. It's Price v. Garland, if you're interested to know what that is. So this sign, to prevent you from any sort of liability, needs to be removed.
I'll bring it up to the higher ups, to the directors and those in charge, and we'll determine that. Okay.
And who would that be? I'm sorry.
Well, we start with Joe.
Joe's
Director of Communications.
Would he would make the call on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Take
Have
care.
a good day. Thank you. All right, guys. So I got my public records request here. If you want to pause the screen and take a look at it here, let me remove the sticky notes off of this. All right. So there's the public records request submission there. That's my receipt. Then here's the information for Joe. Apparently he's the one that makes the decisions on that unconstitutional signage that we saw, and answering questions on what we were kind of asking about regarding these records I was asking for. So much different experience this time around. The first time I came to this specific office or this specific building, we were met with hostility. We had a security guard at first that was trying to disrupt my taking videos by bumping into me, putting his hands up in front of my camera, getting real close and blocking my view, obstructing my view. At the end, he and I actually became friends of that interaction, believe it or not. The agency manager, Christine Lane, she was absolutely out of control, and she adamantly refused to take down my public records request, which is a misdemeanor crime. And apparently, what I'm being told is that she no longer works at this branch, at this building. So I don't know if that means she moved to a different one, which is likely the case, or maybe she did get terminated or quit due to all the pressure from my last 2 visits. So hopefully she no longer works for Orange County tax collectors anymore, but I still want to get down to the bottom of why Orange County tax collectors is filing a motion, an amicus curiae, to attach itself to my appeal case in Polk County. That makes no sense to me, like why they would do that, because that must have been expensive to do, especially if they're using a private attorney, Benjamin Eisman, who is, by the way, the attorney who responds to all records requests. So if you were to submit a public records request here online or over the phone, the person who would respond to it, if assuming it's still the same person, would be Benjamin Eisman. So I submitted one online about a month ago, approximately, and I received a returned receipt that he read it within like an hour of me sending it to his email address, and he has yet to respond to it at all. Hasn't even acknowledged that he received it, but I know he's read it. So I'll keep you guys posted on this as we progress in this saga, and I appreciate you guys taking the time as usual to watch my videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, truth, trigger, troll.